According to David Ornstein, Tottenham Hotspur want Morgan Gibbs-White. Good morning, good evening, or good night. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your latest Forest transfer news, where we're going to be talking about Morgan Gibbs-White, who is being linked to Tottenham by David Ornstein. So we're about to get into it all. If you're enjoying the content, you know the drill. Hit the like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. So, I can't keep a straight face. I can't keep it straight. If you want to grab me a coffee, scan that QR code. Anyway. It's too funny. Spurs, who finished 17th in the league last season, who lost over 20 games, who depended on one of our own Brennan Johnson to bring them back their first trophy in about 1,000 years. Spurs think they have the pull to get Morgan Gibbs-White. And there's a lot of crap going around about Morgan Gibbs. I think I said it on yesterday's video. There was talks that he'd already agreed personal terms of Manchester City, that he was on his way to Manchester, all this kind of rubbish, all rubbish. But now it's all about this man and Tottenham. So let me read you what Ornstein said on the tweet, and then there's also an article which I haven't read, and I'm going to react to it live with you guys. Ornstein said in his tweet, "Exclusive, Tottenham Hotspur turning attention to Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White. Tottenham head coach Thomas Frank, long-term admirer of the 25-year-old, and Spurs will try to convince the England international to join if deal can be agreed with Forest." I'm sorry, right? Let's just play this out, okay? If Morgan Gibbs-White joins Spurs, then my kind of admiration for this guy just drops, right? If he went and joined Man City, then I could understand that. A team that actually wins trophies, major trophies and things like that, or a Liverpool or a Real Madrid or what have you. And by the way, I'm not saying he's at those levels, right? I'm not saying that. But for your ambition to go to Tottenham, that would be funnier, right? And let me get things straight here. If Tottenham wants to come in and spend over the odds to get Gibbs-White, I got no problem. Give me 75 mil. Run it now. That's fine. Because let's not forget, Gibbs-White's got 2 years left on his deal. He is in talks. I don't know how those talks are going on a new contract. But if he doesn't get a new deal done in this transfer window, or in this period, should we say, then I think Forest would be right to sell him. Okay, so joking aside, that would be my stance. Why? Because I don't want him going into next summer down to 1 year, and then suddenly he's 6 months away from a Bosman. So if Tottenham, if we're being serious for a second, let's say if insert club name here, Tottenham, are serious about Gibbs-White, fine, show me the money. Show me the money, as the saying goes. So let's run through this article. I honestly haven't looked at it yet, and I just want to kind of react to it with you guys. So this is from Ornstein in the New York Times, which is basically The Athletic. Tottenham set to turn to Forest Morgan Gibbs-White. I'm excited to read this by David Ornstein. Spurs are set to turn their focus to Forest midfielder Gibbs-White as work continues to bolster Thomas the Frank Engine's squad for next season. Gibbs-White is high on the recruitment list of several leading clubs, and Spurs hope to convince him to join them if a deal can be agreed with Forest. The 25-year-old moved to the City ground from Wolves in August 2022. Blah, 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 blah. Padding out. Recently appointed boss Thomas the Frank Engine is a long-term admirer of Gibbs-White, and switching to North London would give him a chance to play Champions League football. Well, he'll get some group stage matches. I mean, that's about it. Gibbs-White was strongly considered by Manchester City heading into this transfer window. However, they ultimately favoured the acquisition of Cherki and Reinders. Is that the end? No, let's keep going. Gibbs-White, the mischievous schoolboy who became a special footballer. Padding. So there we go. That's the confirmation bit. So he's contracted until June 2027. Fee of up to 42 million, whatever. More padding. Spurs meanwhile agreed deal to sign Kudos, don't care. And then there are other ones. All right, so that's the padding out section there. Look, here's my reaction on it. when you read the article, it says Spurs are interested in Morgan Gibbs-White, right? I'm interested in Gyökeres. I'm interested in a Ferrari. I'm interested in, I don't know, a new job. Are any of those things going to happen? No. But can I be interested? Yes. Like seriously. Forest tried to talk to Gyökeres in January. I didn't see him at the City Ground on Monday when they all turned back up for training. Like, what are we doing here? There's a very small world where I think Gibbs-White would be stupid enough to join Spurs. Even if they've got a new manager. The bottom line is this with Spurs. Spurs will always be Spurs. Spurs will be this banter club. This club that just brings in players and either ruins them or finds one gem who they play out of position, who then they accidentally nearly sell to Forest for £1 million and then ends up at Real Madrid. Right? This is Spurs for you. They're a joke of a club. They're not even the biggest club in the city they're in. Forget that. They're not even the biggest club in the section of the city they're in. Spurs are a fraud set of football. That's what they are. That's what they are. And if they want to overpay, and I'll ask you guys this, what do you think Gibbs-White's valuation is? For me, I think with the homegrown, with the English tax, with the Premier League tax, with the lack of players currently who can play a 10, I think for me, 75 mil, I'll be like, all right, cool. I'll take you down there, mate. And that's not me saying he's not a good player. You guys know I think he's a good player. But I think he has many flaws. He can't shoot. His passing can be like extremely annoying at times. We've all seen it throughout the season. His corners aren't that great either. But where he excels for me is his work rates. His work rates are next level for me. And when he does find that pass that unlocks that defense, what a pass it is. But Spurs fans, if you're watching this wondering what you're going to get, expect a lot of Trivela passes from the outside of his boot. Expect a lot of shots that will hit the back of the stand or could slice out for the corner flag. But expect absolute passion for him. Look, would I sell Morgan Gibbs-White? The honest answer is probably not. But if the price is right, I would. Because let's not forget, we've already got someone in our team who can just step straight into the position Gibbs-White is currently playing in. And that, of course, is Elliot Anderson, the Geordie Maradona. I think he can play the 10 absolutely fine. In fact, he's played it a few times this season. And then Forest would definitely need to recruit. What I will say is losing Gibbs-White and Elanga in the same window would be a massive, massive blow to Forest. And they damn well better get this recruitment strategy correct. Because if they mess this up, this could spell trouble. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Would you sell or keep Gibbs-White? Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. We're back tonight with Grumpy Old Reds. We might even do the kit reveal thing at 6 p.m. I'll see you then. Come on, you Reds.